were having this debate in the office before I came out here, and they said, we might have to ask you. I have perhaps the 8 arguably best teams of the 21st century, and we were trying to figure out who is the greatest hurling team of the 21st century. Are you up for giving it a go with me?
Let's talk it out.
Okay.
Let's talk it out. Throw them out there and let's see.
We'll throw them out there. So I've broken it up into quarterfinals. So
Yeah.
our first matchup is Brian Cody's 4-in-a-row Kilkenny team
Yeah.
against Brian Lowen's 2024 Clare team. Who would you put through from that?
Sure, I'm always going to pick Clare, right? Without a shadow of a doubt. But that's maybe being biased because I'm a Clare person. What Kilkenny have done, what he did with that team, all them boys, can't take it away, right? And if it was anyone else bar Clare, and I'm being biased,
So
I probably, Cody's right there, right? But I'm picking Clare, okay?
next one, we have Davy Fitz's Clare from 2013
You're really throwing me into the firing pot here.
against Micheál Donoghue's Galway team of 2017.
Oh no, Clare 2013 without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not going to even question that one.
Liam Sheedy's Tip from 2016 to 2019 against Cork's duo of O'Grady and Allen.
Oh, that's a nice one actually. Yeah. That's a really good one. Like the Cork team with O'Grady and Allen were they had a way of playing, right? A lot of sharp ball. They went against the conventional stuff. They got their 2 done. Tip with Sheedy came, like 2019, they got one over on us. Wexford, he got it against the head, did really well. That's a really tight call. I would probably give the edge to Cork because of they going out there and doing something completely different, which got him over the line. That was very little to pick between the two of them.
John Kiley's Limerick team of the early 2020s against your Waterford side of 2008.
Listen, the talent I had in Waterford is incredible. There's no doubt about it. The lads were off the charts, but there's no competition there. I think if you had to pick out of everything there, John Kiley's Limerick team are right up there. So they are. I was messing with you with about 13 in the Galway team, right? Is there much between them? There's very little. Like what Galway did coming back after that in time, what we did with Clare. A lot of them comparisons are really good. If you ask me the top 1 or 2 out of them, if you ask me.
We'll go into semi-finals now.
Yeah.
So the first one is your Clare team from 2013 against Brian Lowen's Clare team from 2024.
A draw. I'm not. It's very hard one to ask me. Like myself and Brian probably don't get on brilliant. That's no secret. It's 2 Clare teams. You're not going to get me to pick one of them because I might have a few things that I might be completely different to on Brian and we don't agree, but at the same time, are we both proud Clare people? We are. We love our county, and what he did in 2024 is exceptional. It's very hard for me to say like 2013 or 2024. Listen, they were both great, all right? I'll let you pick that one because I think it's unfair of me to have to answer it. But I do have the respect to know what was done.
Okay, so can I choose one to go to the final?
You choose one, it's not me.
I'm choosing Davy Fitz's 2013 team.
Okay, here you go. There's the few quid.
Shows brown envelope after. Next one then. O'Grady and Allen's Cork against John Kiley's Limerick. And the final, John Kiley's Limerick against Davy Fitz's Clare 2013.
I'd love to say it was me. I'd love to say that. If I'm brutally honest, I think Limerick have earned the thing, and that's been straight up what they achieved, the way they went about it. Exceptional. You look at the Dublin football team of their time, they had that bit of spot. Kilkenny, actually, I don't think are 100 miles off that as well, if I'm being totally honest. I was probably biased in picking Clare. I had to be. If you ask me straight up, probably very little between them 2 teams. If you ask me what I think, Limerick, probably Kilkenny in that bracket. Clare aren't 100 miles off that either. They will be the standouts. Tip have definitely done enough to warrant it. Like, do you know what? It's been kind of a great era that we haven't had just one or two teams like in it. You know, like Wexford very nearly got the breakthrough in 19. Like this has been spread a bit more than the normal, which is great. But there was different aspects of play. You look at, we talked about Cork, they had a style. You then looked at Kilkenny, they actually had a style, track back a lot, so that they got numbers behind the balls, were able to get up the field quickly, won their own ball a lot. Clare, we did certain things on sharp ball and different bits and pieces on formations. Then you had probably Tip do their thing, and then Limerick come again and do, like Limerick could have done even a bit more, and are they finished yet? They're not. But as a whole, probably just about edge it.
So Davy, about to launch another series of Ireland's Fittest Family. Safe to say the hunger, the passion, it's still there?
Yeah, season 13. And it's funny, people have said to me, like, how have you the same enthusiasm and drive? And, like, I suppose I'm involved in hurling most years, and then Fittest Family happens to kick in probably at the end of it and that. And, like, I love sport, but you're going from probably hurling to something completely different. You're dealing with probably 3 or 4 of a family, only 1 or 2 families. It's different events, and you got to figure them out. I'll be honest with you, I kind of get a small little knot in my stomach. Do you know that excitement feeling? I love that. Is it still the same? It's still the same. It is still the same, and I love it. And I actually think when you see the show this year, I think you're really going to enjoy it again. I think it's going to be really good.
You mentioned 13 series there. What's the biggest difference in Davy Fitz as a coach and a mentor in this 13th season compared to the first?
I don't know. He's still probably as loud as ever. Is it all about being loud? No. I would probably talk to my families and ask them what they want. Do they want me to push it? Sometimes you don't get to see everything on the TV that actually happens, and there will be times I'm very calm. Maybe for TV purposes, they like to see me going on a bit, and that's fine too. Probably thing I'm trying to improve on the last number of years is to understand the individuals more, because when you understand a person, you can get them to perform better if you understand them, and that's one of the big things I've tried to do. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I try my best to understand them, because we all have different thought processes. We might all want to get to the same end goal, but how do you get there is the thing. My way of seeing how we get there might be different from someone else, so you need to understand them and try and get them on that track if you can.
If in some mad alternate universe myself and my family ever ended up on it,
Yeah.
what are non-negotiables that Davy Fitz needs from me and the rest of the Delaney household?
So if it was you and the rest of the Delaney household, if you decided to come up and just do your own thing, you're on your own. What I do love is that we sit down and we talk it all out, the strengths and weaknesses of everyone, that you're prepared to sit down there and say, okay, let's have an open mind, and I actually like talking it out with the family to see, okay, why would we do that, or what's your opinion, and go over it, listen to your opinion, and I might have my opinion, but then let's talk it through and see. So it's been open to chat. It's not just, let's go and do this, or, Davy, do you think that's right? No, let's try and figure it out. I love communication. You're going off doing your own thing? Yeah, probably we won't last too long.
Some new faces this year, probably the biggest switch up in terms of maybe even the calibre, the high level as well. Your competitiveness, I can only imagine, hasn't changed though. So was there a sense of, these new books, new coaches coming in? But
well, sure, let's look at who we have and who has come in. So we have Anna. Anna is as fiery and competitive and smart as you'll get. If there's a way around something, she'll be onto you, or she'll be trying to get it. Unbelievable competitive, but someone I admire. Donica. Everybody sees Donica as the fella that loves to have the jokes and have the crack and do everything. That's what you see. That's not what Donica is. He does that and he gets the family wrapped around his finger, but does he go out of his way to think about it? Yeah. Is there a switch where he nearly becomes a tiger there? Yeah. He didn't play for Munster, Ireland, the Lions for nothing. That lad has it. So, ultra competitive. Then you add in Ellen Keane. She's come out of being a high achiever in her sport. She didn't come in for the crack. Is she smart? Yeah, you should see some of the stuff she does in the show. Absolutely brilliant. Top class. You look at Michael Darren McCauley. What he did when that Dublin team was phenomenal. The impact he had in it. Quite when he came in at the start, I was saying, oh, jeez, how will this fella be? Didn't take him long to get stuck into it, and you could see his fire, his passion. When he's thrown into competition, you could say, he probably came in thinking, Ireland's for his family to be grand. Like, we'll see how it was like. That fella got stuck into it, and it is a competition. He was unreal. Has gears on him big time. Then Andrew Trimble, different kettle of fish again. Smart as they come. Confident. He's confident in a good way. Do you know the way at times you'll be saying, I don't know how my team will do, we'll see what it starts. He was like, yeah, we'll do well. We'll do okay. We'll do. He's confident. I love that. They have added so much more to it. Is there more pressure on us? There is so much more pressure because this is a competition. You only have 2 teams now. You could be gone after week 2. You don't want to be gone after week 2. Before there was a good chance you had 3 or 4 teams you could go to the semi-final or final. I want to be there. The competition is massive. These guys will go at Tanny Lintz. Do we get on well? Yep, we get on well. But when that thing is on, it's on. We're trying to find anything we can to get an edge.
You mentioned the level of all of the other coaches in there. In the hurling change room, in the GAA world as well, obviously, you know, Michael Darren McCauley and Anna Geary coming from that background, but would you have come across characters like your Dunicas, your Andrew Trimbles, your Ellen Keens in the hurling world, or is it different coming from different sports?
No, I don't think so. I think they're all pretty similar. Like, I look at a lot of managers that might have different personalities and ways of doing things, but there is one common denominator. Are they competitive? Do they want to win? They do. Same thing as they are. Like, might be just different ways of doing it, but it's pretty similar. Like, all these people are people that have put themselves in that high level spot, have want to achieve, have had ups and downs. In order for people to achieve, you're probably going to have to hit the low points. Hitting the low points makes you appreciate more what it's like when you do something. And we all come across them, and it's how you deal with them and how you get over them is a big thing.
Some people might think that, you know, this is your off season in the inter-county world, but it's far from that, obviously, with this and a million other things going on.
No.
How much are you looking forward to getting back with Antrim again, I suppose, for 2026 on the other side?
Well, just let me say first, like, when you are on Fittest family, you have to remember you have 4 people in a family that have put themselves out there to do this competition. It's like you and your family. If you decide to come in, you've put yourself in that position. You need me to be as good as I can be, so I feel an obligation to you that I've really got to give you everything. That's tough, but it's a good tough. For example, that I'm putting myself out there. I've got to be the best I can be in it, and it's different to the hurling. So you have your few months where you're doing that, and then you get a small little break, and you're back with Antrim again. So it is, and it's nice to get that bit of a breather where you can do that, and then come back into the Antrim fold again. I've been doing hurling at county level for a long time.
Saoirse back into the backroom team as well. You must be looking forward to getting him back in, and obviously Joe McDonough for Antrim this year as well, and looking at a chance for silverware. Is that sort of aimed straight away, or? Yeah,
listen, and I've always said this, I think the hurlers are there in Antrim. I think they're good. I think the clubs have done a great job. I've said that from day one. I said there was components that are played that we needed to go back in and break down and get better, and we started to do that, and sometimes that might get worse before it gets better, but that's my belief, and I believe we're on the right track. But I'm lucky that we have a good bunch of hurlers, great clubs up there. Having Saoirse back with me, we work well together. He's been in management the last few years, some good, some not so good. But I've had the same. I get some good, some not so good as well. It's not always going to be perfect. I love working with him. It's himself, myself, Aaron Graff, and we've the rest of the team around us. And looking forward to getting going again. Would I put it as favourites for the Joe McDonough? No. Are we one of the teams that has a chance? Yeah, we are. I think it's very competitive. I think there's a lot of teams there, like very similar. You look at the results over the last number of years, there isn't much between us and some of the teams there. But I still think we will be competitive. I want to be competitive in the league. This bunch deserve it. They're a good bunch. They're a committed bunch, and I've nothing but to say about good about them. At a long time, but still enjoying it.
We host a show with a former player of yours in Conor MacDonald on Talksport Ireland.
Yeah.
Myself, Conor and Bubbles O'Dwyer. Conor spoke so openly about 2019 and the glory of Leinster there. Have you any words on Conor, and maybe did you expect him to ever get into this media side of things when you were his manager?
There'd be no fear of Conor in the media side of things. Conor is a guy I actually really enjoyed working with. He gave everything he had. Did he make an impact on the field? Most definitely, yeah. That's for sure. Is he a good guy? Yeah, he is. I think I had him in Clare at my wedding, as I did. He is a good guy. He'd be okay in the media world. He has an opinion. He is a smart guy, so he is. Love to see him getting into the management to see it from that side of things, because I often think sometimes players, when they're playing, they see certain things their way, whereas when you're managing a team, you actually have to think of maybe 36 players, another 15 backroom staff. There's actually 50 people you're thinking of, and it mightn't actually suit one or two players. And I've often said this to players: I'd love you to go and manage for a while, because it isn't maybe the way you see it. You might see something that suits you, and I often say that to players, and it's something I'd encourage them to do, because I think it's important they understand the other side of it as well. Did I enjoy my time in Wexford? I loved it. Great time for Conor and all the lads, and that'll never change. Like 2019 was really special when you see the reaction of the Wexford. We couldn't move the bus in Gorey in Conor's home place for nearly 2 hours. Couldn't move. I remember saying to boys, just take it in. And when I look back at that, look back at my time in Wexford, incredible. Like for the likes of Conor, I'd wish him nothing but everything, only the best. So well, as a manager though, you're probably not going to keep everybody happy. I have yet to see a team where I will have 36 players that the 36 of them actually like you. If I get probably 10, I'd be doing well. That's what I'd say at you. Because you'll probably pick a first 15, you have 20 that won't play. I can be pretty certain most of the 20 will like you. So if it comes to a vote about players not wanting you, you're ghost. I won't say the other word, right? Because that's facts, like. Because you're not going to keep... And if you are the most popular manager under the sun all the time, I don't know if you're going to be winning the whole pile.
You might be doing something wrong.
I don't know.
Davy, absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time
No
today.
problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Top
you.
man.